Greetings and salutations. My name is Tish and Haven. In this session, we are going to create together. So grab your stuff and let's create. I'm going to be working on splatter stuff because that's what I need to do. I want to do some splatters on the stuff I eco-dyed and splattered already. I want to do some on those, and then I've got some master boards that I want to do. So while I have my paints out and all liquidy and all messy, and my hands are going to get messy and everything's going to get messy. I mean, everything. You should see my mug that's on my table. It's covered in paint splatter. But this session, because it's during the day for me, I'm going to leave the music playing for when I get quiet, but I'm going to leave my mic live for most of it, except for when I take sips of my water, because I always have my water, you know, got to stay hydrated. Anytime I think it's going to be a sensor issue for anybody, I will mute my microphone, or like this, when I have to cough. It is allergy season. It's summer here in Texas, and I have been kicked in the butt by allergies. So if you know, you know. Let's get started though, and I'm going to start the music. So if you have any questions, just please feel free to ask in the chat. Oh my thing decided it wanted to not work. There we go. Okay, come on, play. I think we're good. Let me get my headphones. I don't like hearing my voice in my ears because it's like got a few millisecond delay. So that's why I don't like to talk much. Let's see. There we go. Just some soft music in the back. I am looking for some classical music that I can play, because if I can find a version of Vivaldi, I'm all about that. All right, let's look at some of these that these ones we painted. Hang on, I'm coming on over. Hold on one second. I'm gonna blow my nose. I'm gonna mute the microphone while I blow my nose, because I'm kind like that. Okay, so I'm gonna move my mouse over to by where my laptop is sitting right now. I gotta come up with a better way to do this. So these are mostly dry. They're a little bit wet still. If I would have taken them out of the container and put them on my drying rack, they would have been dry by now, but I kind of forgot about them, to be real, because I've been working on 14 other different things. But look at this paper. This is tissue or wax paper that was underneath. See, I got the hiccups now too. Good Lord, I'm a wreck. Oh well. You either love me or you hate me. And if you don't like it, there are other lives to watch. So I just want to try and pull this apart, but there's some glue on here. It's okay, but that's really cool for like collage fodder. Stitch it on there. I'm excited for that. So let me grab another tray. I'm avoiding the landmines that are throughout my office, and you might hear the fan. Let's see here. Just try not to break things. Oh, this guy needs to come out and play. We got all kinds of projects that we're going to be doing in the near future. There we go. I had to clear the tray off. Now this one's silvery, so it might reflect, and I apologize for your eyeballs right now. I am going to grab a piece of parchment. I need to clean my studio because between doing live streams and office work and teaching classes, my studio has now become a crazy place. All right, we're gonna take the back ones off here. So it's easier to do when they're mostly dry. These turned out really cool. I'm really pleased. The different colors and stuff in them. Excuse my sniffles. As I said, got allergies. So we just lay them out like this. Then we actually get a pretty good count of how many pages we have. They turned out really cool. I like them, but I want to put some, excuse me, I thought I was going to sneeze there. I'm going to put some white splatters or gold splatters, or both, I don't know. Not necessarily on these ones that are still damp, because if they're still damp, the paint will absorb into the paper more. I don't know, it's weird, you'd think it wouldn't, but it kind of does. So here's some of these out real quick. You know, it doesn't seem like we have that many until you start doing this. It's like, oh my gosh, how long did I go? You went forever. You just kept adding and adding and adding. When you get in a rhythm and you got the music going and you just keep going and going and going. And now when you separate them like this and you just kind of give them a crisscross layer, these will be dry by tomorrow, which is good because we start our 30-day challenge, 30 journals in 30 days tomorrow. By we, I mean me. If you want to make a journal a week with me and just session with me, that's great. But you do you, boo. I have a lot of journals that I want to have completed because I have a whole bunch that I started, you know, thinking people would like to complete their own journals, but I'm finding the ones that I complete are the ones that sell better. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do 30 of them. We're going to do, I'll have the bases ready, like the covers ready. But we're going to pick out papers and just do different things to them, and just each day will be a different thing, even though we're kind of working with the same or similar journals. Because I like to approach each one as if it's a different project, even though it may be the same base. It'll have different fabric, it'll have, you know, different signatures, different accoutrements, ephemera, what have you. So, and then the flip-flop journals, those are a different beast altogether. Those are so much fun to make, you know. But so right now it's looking like hopefully we can get the internet sorted and life can be a little bit more calm, for lack of a better word. I know you guys didn't sign up to come in here and watch me separate all these papers, but it has to be done. These are so cool though. If you didn't watch that live stream, I'll try to remember to put the link for the live stream where I did these. It was just a couple days ago. If you go in the playlist for this, the 106 day live stream challenge, or 106 live streams in 106 days. I kind of fell off the wagon there for a few weeks because the allergies were kicking my butt and other health issues were kicking my butt. So, and then we had internet issues when I first got back. Nothing was staying aligned, and it's just like, you know what? I'm just gonna bully on through. I'm not gonna let this stop me. All right, I think we're almost done with these papers. I don't know why these papers take so long to dry. They're thinner than the other ones. Maybe it's because they were at the bottom. There we go. And I'll do the other trays after the live stream, so you don't have to sit through all this. But look at how cool these turned out. Some of them are really pastel-y and some of them are really dark. They're all just really cool. So we've got these ones. This was at the bottom of the tray, so it gets this cool line, and I love it. I think these would look really even better with some white splatters and smooshes and Louisa Heinzel has been doing all these smashing with paint things, and I've been doing this for a long time. And I mean, I sponge painted my wall back in the 90s, and then I just had fun with the paint on the drop cloth. I thought it looked cool. No one else did, but you know, stay lovey. So we're gonna pick out a handful of these once I get them separated. I think there's gonna be a couple that are gonna be, like this one, I think it needs to be broken up. So these all feel relatively dry. So I'm gonna put these over here so they're out of the way. Ooh, they're gonna, ow. Okay, I'm better now. I stubbed my toe on my toolbox because it's on the floor. And it's like, why? Okay, that hurt. I'm gonna sit for a moment and get a drink of water, compose my thoughts. Okay. My brain just went into that hurts, that hurts, that hurts. Don't do that. But there's no strawberry jam, so we're good. All right, so I need to get I have a bin of what I call splatter tools, so we're gonna get that. And this is actually gonna go in my rolling cart. I just haven't put it in there yet because I want this bin for all my journal-based stuff, and just that way I can just grab it and go. But we're gonna get, we've got a bin. This is whitewash. I'm gonna add some more gesso to this because I want it to be a little bit thicker. So this is just water and paint. I start with 50-50 and then I add more paint to it. I use distilled water to do my paint mixes because if you have a high iron concentration or mineral concentration, it will affect white paint as it dries. It can be a cool effect, so just letting you know that this is a thing. And I'm also gonna grab where did my gold paint go? What did I do with it? It must be in the bin still. Well, look at that. There it is. This is green gold. which is one that I like better. And then we're gonna grab a little cup. Actually, let's grab a bowl. Now, I'm I don't want to say cheap artist. I'm a frugal artist. I save packaging. Like this is a microwave bowl. It doesn't even say microwave reheatable. This is a microwave bowl that some Jimmy Dean sausage bowl or something came in, and I just wash them and then I throw them in the dishwasher, and then I rinse them, wipe them down with rubbing alcohol to get any soap residue off of it, and then I bring them up to the studio because if I don't want to throw this in the bin, it's only been used once. It doesn't have, it still holds water. You probably could still use it in the microwave. But c'est la vie. So I'm trying to find, just use this mister. I know this is distilled water in here. And then for smooshes, we can do fun things like this is from my headphones. There's the little spongy thing. This can be fun. And I've got some natural sponges. How did you get in here? This is fabric. Let's put that over and toss that over by the fabric pile. I say pile, but it's not a pile. This is the bottom of a flip-flop that I got at the Dollar Tree, so we can do smooshes with that. There's green scrubbies that are fun to do smooshes with, but I want something a little bit more organic. Well, palette knives. Yeah, see, I know I have a square somewhere. Aha. He already made it into the rolly cart. You know what? We're gonna add, this is Amsterdam white. We're gonna add some water to that. A square. I get these at Dollar Tree. Go to Dollar Tree, walk through the aisles and go, can I use that? And bring it home with you and try it. That's the best way that you're gonna know if you can. So, there we go. We're gonna take this. I haven't unpacked this since moving, so I don't know if it's still good. We're gonna find out. Excuse my sniffles. Okay. And this is a little old milk jug, I think. Yep, this is still good. It's still liquidy. Milk jug or something. Now I gotta remember how to get it open. We're gonna dump that in there, and then we'll take some of this water. Maybe just take the sprayer off and fill it up about halfway full. There we go. I found my water when I was looking for paint, so you can refill the mister bottle. Woo-hoo. See, this is why I have to have my own studio. I can't work in a kitchen table or something because things go flying. It's all kinds of crazy. Okay. there. There's a little bit left, which is fine. I just will put a big W. I'm gonna put a big W on here. No, it's a dry erase marker. That ain't gonna work. There we go, sure. Amsterdam white with water. H2O. There we go. That way we don't forget what we got. Alright, and we're going to shake this together and let it sit for a minute. There we go. Okay, I'm going to grab my my water jug. We're going to fill this up with water again and put a little splash of water in the bowl. There we go. I'm going to put a little splash of water in here. Since I have the water out, I might as well just fill up the bottle, right? Right? Am I right? Okay, now I want to protect my background, and so I'm going to grab, excuse me, tissue paper, which is somewhere. Here we go. No, that ain't it. Breathe, Tish. I just organized all of this, and can I remember where I organized? You know what? We're going to use this. I just got a day bed. And it was wrapped in this like fabric-y stuff. So we're going to use that as a drop cloth. Let's take these, put them to the side, and put this on my chair. Just don't sit down. I know I seem pretty scattered today. I'm just trying to like get my brain to work. It's been a while since I've had time to just actually do art. It's actually very refreshing. Okay, these need to be moved. Put them right here. And this goes back in the drawer, but we'll put that right there for now. I'm literally gonna take, when we're done doing the splatters and I'm waiting for them to dry, I'm gonna literally take everything and put everything away where it belongs. Because everything has a home here. It just, you know, doesn't want to go home. God bless America. Okay. Now, let's move this up here. And it's this like gauzy fabric, but it's polyester. That's the word I was looking for. And I want to see if I can get some paint splatters on it, if it'll look cool. I've got like 3 pieces of it. And I think it will protect what I need it to protect. Which is just right here. There we go. And then I've got some packing paper here that I'm gonna splatter on, which will protect the rest of it. There we go. Excuse me. So I want to break up some of that. I like that. I like that. That needs to get broken up. I like that. That's cool. Let's pick up some of that. And some of these don't have a lot of color, which I like. It's very subtle. And then some of them are like, bam, in your face. That's why I do it the way I do it. Yeah, that needs to get broken up a little bit. Same with that one. And this one. Maybe, and that maybe. Let's see how many we have here. So I want to try and have at least 5 or 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's do 10. There's one back here. Yeah, 10. Okay, that way we have something that goes with all of it. Okay, that right there. Let's put these up here. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to grab a plate. I use these harder plastic plates because you can wash these. Or you can let your paint dry and usually the paint will just peel right off. So let's get you all in shot here. There we go. Maybe. Yeah, you're good enough. You've got it. So we're going to start with the white. And when you have it in a bottle like this, you can just squeegee it out. This bottle I got, I think I got this more secondhand. Okay, there is a paint glob in the way. And I buried my stick. All right, that'll be good for now. Clean that out in a minute. All right, let's start with the ear bopper. Okay, we need to add some more paint to that. That's really translucent. Let's bring out our cold air gun. I'm gonna mute the microphone so this doesn't blow out your ears. Okay. Let's see if this maybe will work better since it's a little bit more concentrated. If not, then I will add more paint. Okay, now I can get the lid back on. There we go. Let's try this again. Hey, you stay where I put you. Silly thing. There we go. Probably should move my straw behind the paper because, you know. Let's see. I'm going to load this thing up. Because the inside is sponge and then it's got the vinyl-y thing. So let's let that sit for a minute. Turn these a different direction. All right, I'm gonna move my water because that's what keeps on getting it disconnected. Okay, it's been sitting for a minute. Let's see what we can get. Ooh. I like that. It's got a cool shape to it. Let's see if we can get something like that. So that's what I was looking for before. Let's see if we can do. Nope. Okay, so trick is to get it squashy with paint. Okay, let's try this. I need scissors. I need a rag for my hand. Okay, found a rag. And I found a little snippy tool. Because what I want to do is give this a chance to squirt out. So we're going to snip this little piece of vinyl away. But I'm going to make it so it's still there. So if it adds some texture, that'll be cool. And that should, oh no, it's not attached. The little vinyl thing was what's holding it in. So let's just finish with this. We'll do one more. We'll let this dry and then I'm going to glue it on there because that'll be good. See? There we go. Okay, I'm going to put this aside. Sorry friends. I have to say goodbye to our little circle guy or oval guy, which is okay. I'm gonna take a hot glue gun and I'm gonna glue this in here and leave these on here. I think it'll be fun. So let's find a place where he can hang out and dry. I got the perfect place for him. Just gotta get some parchment or something for him to sit on. There we go. Okay. Well, that was fun while it lasted. Let's try Let's grab I think I have some yes, titanium white. I have Liquitex Basics. You know what? I actually have excuse me, some, here we go. I think this is open. This is Flow Acrylic. I think it's open. Yes, it is. So we're gonna put a blue of this in there. And then we're going to take some of this and dump it on there. Like so. And then we can put more paint in there. There we go. All right, I'm just going to flip this over and blot this off. Go. Oh, I like that. I like it, I do. Okay, so we got 2 circles, and let's do a square this time. Let me get one of my fan brushes. And mix this up a little bit. Okay, that needs more water. It was mostly foam on the top. Put some of this water in there. There we go. Okay. Go there. And where's my square? I was wondering if I should sand this first or do something to it to make it a little more porous. I don't know. Let's try it without. It's kind of fun. Doesn't do the big splatter unless you hit it hard. There we go. There. I like those. We're gonna leave those alone. That was kind of fun. Hurt my wrist a little bit. Oh, Donna, it rolled the wrong way. Darn it. Okay, so since we don't have the circle for the rest of them, we'll use the square. And my table is full right now. Oi. Oi. We'll just put it on top. We'll just find a place to put it. There we go. Somewhere away from electronics where it can dry. There we go. There's a good spot for it. Okay, let's grab 3 more. And I don't care that the white paint is risking being on the back. I'm good with that. All right, let's play with the squares again. That's kind of fun. It slides though, which I kind of like. I like the square. Oh, I just got paint all over my little trash can. Sad day. On here. And one there. All right, that was fun. That was fun. Now let's hit it. Ah. I'm grateful I have a rag right here. Now let's hit it with the cold air again, and that'll kind of splatter things out. I have a poofer, and it's right over there. I don't like doing that because it makes my hand cramp. So I have this hair dryer, and it has a high, off, cool, low, and high. So I can do cool, and it'll be cool. Okay, so I hit them with the cool air, and then I dried them a little bit too with some hot air. So you can see that I got little fractals out of it too. So yeah, try that. Grab your hair dryer if it's got a cool setting. Just know if you get paint on it, it's not going to be real good for your hair anymore. All right, let's put this over here so it can dry. And let's move on to the next one, because I'm going to come back and hit it with gold splatters, because I like this just the way it is, because it fractaled out really cool. All right, put that there. And let's do 3 more. Well, let's see if we can do 4. Let's get 4 going. I need to put something here so I don't get my garbage can anymore. I already got it a little bit. I don't mind a little bit. There. Okay. And my t-shirt's already covered in paint, so we're good. This kind of brings me back to my acrylic pouring days. I wonder, I have an idea. I don't know if it'll work, but for next time, I might make some modifications. It's hitting the back of my hand, the inside of my hand. So I'm wondering if I put some kind of dowel or something in there, if it'll splatter better. You know what, we're gonna do 2 here, like that. Ha! I like that. I'm grateful I don't have downstairs neighbors anymore. So I'd be like, what is she doing up there? All right, see, it was hitting the inside of my hand. So I think if I put a dowel in there somehow, take a little drill bit and drill a little hole and some hot glue and a prayer to the paint gods. Please let this work. I have more of them. And I just got them at the Dollar Tree, so it's not like they're an expensive tool, and a dowel costs like 50 cents. So it's just more my time and an experiment, and I'm going to blow these out. So I'm going to mute the microphone, let you enjoy some music. Okay, I'm gonna put these aside, let them dry, and we'll come back to these in a little bit and put some gold splatters on them. I just wanted to break up the color a little bit on them. Let's see, we're gonna put you there. Where can we put you guys? We'll put you here and you here. Now we're gonna get some masterboards out. Maybe. There we go. Have to move my toolbox. I have 3 toolboxes and a travel suitcase that I use while I'm teaching classes and the like. Well, that turned out kind of cool. All right, so we've got that one needs to be painted. Those ones are good. I got a couple more over there that are drying. Okay, so I have an idea. I left a bunch of blank spaces so we can fill those in with paint and then come back and stamp those. So I'm also thinking while I was drying that, that paint, now I'm looking for what I need to find. I'm thinking, what if we do a dollop of paint and we use the hair dryer just right on top of it right away? Like, so you blop it, you hit it with the hair dryer. But I'm looking for my bin that I have somewhere, and I thought it was by my paint stuff. So I'm looking on my paint rack, and eventually I'll do, once I get this all chaos controlled, once I get this done, then I will give you a tour of the, oh my gosh, the paint splatters went all the way over here. Holy bajoli. Okay. Oh, I found it. I found it. Hallelujah. Because I knew that I had a sponge in here that was round. And see, yeah, these, I've got these from Dollar Tree. Is my video hung up? Well, we'll just have to see what's going on. Give me one moment. Let's see if it changes if we change scenes. Where is my mouse? There it is. Nope, it's still stuck. Okay, let's, excuse me, go back to this one, and we're gonna unplug it for a moment, and then plug it back in. All right, let's do, let's do delete layer. Give me a moment. And then we're gonna add this, let's see, video device. Select a device. USB video. Okay, well, golly gee willikers. Let's try unplugging it from there. This is what happens when you do live streams. But you know what? We have a plan B, so why are you doing this? Murphy is not going to get me today. I even got paint on my laptop. Oops. Oops! It's all right. It's not the first time. Okay. So let's plug this back in. Okay, still not working. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna delete layer. And then we're gonna see if this guy will work. And try plugging it into a different USB. And that did not work either. Well, let's try. Video device, USB device, there we go. Okay, so you don't get dizzy, I hid the view, and we are going to have to make call inaudible. Oh wait, this can stay here. I appreciate your patience. There we go, and this comes down. And screw this off. And this is why I don't like these GoPros, because they overheat and then they shut off and then you can't get them to turn back on again. But you know what? I have 2 of them. So it's easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right. Hopefully it still works when I get this all done. It will. It will. Because I'm not going to let Murphy win today. Because Murphy is an a-hole. And he's been part of my life way too long. So there we go. And we should be back to where we were. I need the clippy thing. There we go. I might have to adjust the camera a little bit. Let's see if that put us back in business. Ta-da! Okay, color's not exactly right, but you know what? We're gonna roll with it. Okay, we're gonna adjust the camera a little bit. There we go. Ta-da! Okay, cool beans. See, tragedy averted. Okay, now that that's been taken care of, excuse me as I sip my water. So what I was saying is I got these at Dollar Tree. I got 4 for $1.25. So if I wreck that one, it's not a big deal. But what was I thinking? Oh yeah, I was gonna get this wet. So this is just a natural sponge. You can get them at any art store. And I was thinking, I'd get this a little wet so it doesn't absorb as much paint. Actually, it'd probably be easier just to dab it in the water here because this is relatively clean water. Okay. Let's put you over here. There we we go, because I don't care if it gets splattered with paint. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit down here, because I think this will be easier to do sitting down. This needs to get wet a little bit more. There we go. There we go. So it's a nice and fluffy sponge. We're going to grab it like a powder puff. Just pinch it. I'm going to have my hair dryer on the ready. I'm going to dip it in paint, smush it down, and then I'm going to hit it right away with this. While I'm doing that, I'm going to mute my microphone so you don't have to listen to the hair dryer constantly go. Let's see if this will work. It worked. I kind of knew it would, but my blanket is falling down. There we go. But that turned out really cool. So let's turn it this way and let's do a splooge right there. I don't need as much paint as I thought I did. This thing is already, and you know what? I don't have to smoosh it so much as slap it, because I am now covered in paint. I'm gonna need to take another shower. I should know better than to shower before I go in the studio, but I wanted to be clean, you know? All right, here we go. Oop, it ripped. So, that was kind of fun. Not really. I wonder, I got another sponge that we might try. I'm gonna do one right here. There we go. And let's hit this with the hair dryer again. I'm gonna mute my microphone. Okay, so that worked really well, except for ripping the sponge. That was the only, so I have another sponge that is a man-made sponge. And I think I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna let this dry. We're gonna come back to these. I got like 1 or 2 more that we can do here. Oopa, we don't wanna put that there. Almost put it on top of wet paint. Not that it would have mattered. Wet paint's wet paint. Okay, we're gonna try one more different sponge that I think might work better. Let's see if I can find it. Wait. Oh, you know what? Oh, I've been waiting for just the opportunity. Okay, we'll put out on the sponge for a moment. I got this squishy ball. It's a squishy ball. Hang on, I'm gonna open it. Maybe. I get so excited. I go through Dollar Tree. Okay, so I got this squish ball at Dollar Tree, okay? I go through Dollar Tree and I'm like, oh, can I use that for paint? Can I use that for art? Can I use that for art? I'm walking down the kids aisle giggling, and adults are looking at me like I'm some kind of blooming lunatic. But, come on. I'm just a big kid. Aren't we all just big kids? I mean, if you're an artist, you have to be a big kid. You have to look at the world with a creative lens, because you just gotta. Life would be too boring if you didn't. Okay, so this is kind of, ooh, it's kind of sticky, but that might be okay. Oh boy. I think I done it. I think I done it now. Okay, I'm gonna spray this with some water. There, now it's not so sticky. But it's one of those like stress balls. I mean, I don't know if they have them anymore. I got this like eons ago, and when I moved, I found it again. So, that was inappropriate, but in some kind of, in some foreign country, I'm being banned because it had a phallus shape on it. Okay, I'm gonna get some paint. Put some paint on here. I blame you, Louisa Heinzel. I blame you because you like got my gears going. So I'm gonna take a little bit of this. I'm gonna put that in there. So this is just, if you're just joining, this is water and paint that I watered down to do a whitewash. But this is more important today. So we're gonna mix that up. This is just my fancy fan brush that is more crunchy than fan, because I don't have running water up here in the studio. And I forget to bring things downstairs and wash it. So it's okay. You soak them in vinegar overnight, a vinegar water solution, maybe a pinch of salt in there, just to soften the water. And some Dawn dish soap later, you're good to go. 99.9% of the time. I don't know how it is for oil paints, but I know it works on acrylics. All right, so the paint is, there's gonna be paint splatters all over. There's already paint splatters all over. I've covered up the important things like my electronics and stuff. So you know what? That's the danger of being a creative, right? Right. All right, so we're gonna take this and kind of tap it off. And I'll put it right there. I'm gonna take this ball. All right, probably best. Oh my gosh. That is so cool. Oh, that's even better. But it did kind of an angly thing, and I don't like that. So we'll just smush it. Okay, there's 5. Let's do 7. Always do odd numbers. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, so my poor hair dryer. It's okay. It'll live. I'm gonna put all these in here. I'll just get another bowl for the gold because I've got paint all over me. There's paint all over my poor hair dryer. Oh, it's okay. That's what towels are for. And you know what? I don't use this on my hair anyway. So let's see if this does the fractal thing. Let me mute my microphone. Okay, it doesn't do the fractal thing, but look at that. That's so bleepity bleep bleep bleeping cool. I hope it dries like that because I can see those being turned into little flowers. I don't know. They look like dandelions when they're already foofy. So yeah, tell me that ain't cool. If it ain't cool, then you know what? I don't want to be friends with you anyway. I'm joking, completely joking. Haha, Tish being funny. All right, so we're gonna try one more. And I got one more right here. We're gonna use the other sponge. So I've got this sponge. So I'm just gonna open, this is brand new, never used it. This is a shower sponge. Again, Dollar Tree. Go walk Dollar Tree or your dollar store or your euro store or your pound store or whatever store that you have that has cheap stuff, because you don't have to break the bank for your art supplies, yo. Okay, so I'm wondering, this is a nice big sponge, right? Let's get it a little bit wet. Okay, so I just sprayed it with some water. I didn't want to spray it over the top here. So we're gonna take the sponge. Oh, this is gonna be a big mess. But you know what? Life is messy. Make art. We're gonna go smash. Hulk smash. Art smash. Okay, now let's do one right there. I think we're good for my poor bottle. Oh well, it's all good, because you know what? I'm washable. So is my bottle. And this is way too much fun to not do this. All right, we're gonna move this over a little bit. That didn't work the way it was supposed to. It wasn't supposed to stick to the paper. All right, quick, need a towel. And let's see if these blow out. Okay, so I didn't get the fractals, a lot of them. I got some over here. But look what the sponge did. It left this really cool texture in the paint. And I'm gonna lay this as flat as I can. Where, I don't know. But while I'm up, I'm gonna grab, oh, that's really wet on my arm. You know what, we're gonna put you down here and you right here. There we go. I got paint all over my arm. That's okay. You're an artist, Tish. That's what's supposed to happen. We're gonna grab a little paper bowl this time so we don't get distracted. Oh, okay. So we tried that. Let's go try. I'm just gonna put some water in here. We're gonna do some gold splatters because gold splatters make life happy. Silver splatters make life happy too. Purple splatters, just splatters in general, you guys. Come on, live a little. Splatter up your art. It's fun, it's easy. And that one's not dry. This one is dry. Where did number 3 go? Oh, that's over here. Okay, these are the ones that we did with the squares and the circles. The other one's not dry. This one's almost dry. I think if we hit it with the hairdryer, it'll be good. Let me hit it real quick. Okay, now I need to find my gold paint again. Now this is green gold, because I like the green gold, especially when you're working with blues and purples, and then the green adds another layer of color, but you still got gold. So, I'm gonna dump a little of this in here. Oh, that's a lot, a little bit. It's okay, we can cover this with press and seal if we don't end up using it all, which, the rate I'm going, I probably will. Okay, we need another fan brush. Let's see, I know I have the splattery brushes. Where did they go? I think they are, oh, there they are. Ooh. Ah, there we go. So this one's got kind of, it's like chunked out. It's for painting like grass and leaves and stuff. But I wanted to try it and see how it works for splatters. So here we go. Well, that's not a lot of paint in there. That's a lot of water in there. Let's put a little bit more in there. You know what? Let's put a little. Is my gold still over here? Is that why I can't find it on the shelf? Looking. What did I do with it? Because sometimes I like to walk on the wild side and add some regular gold to green gold. But I'll be darned it if I can't find it. Excuse me. You know what? I'll use the other gold. I'll use this, the bright gold instead of the antique gold. So we'll put some of this in there. And my camera froze up again. What is going on? Okay, put a few squirts of that in there. And we're gonna stir that up. Put a little bit more green gold in there. And then we're gonna fix the camera again. Excuse me. Okay. I don't know what is going on and why this is deciding to freeze all of a sudden. But we're gonna do it a different way. We are going to take this one off. Delete layer. We're going to go into NVIDIA broadcast. This is redundant, having 15 different things going so I can have one camera going. And video, and I should have, no. Cancel. There it is. USB device. It's really not working. I can't even bring it up on NVIDIA. Okay. Well, Murphy. Gosh darn it. Let's see. I've already changed out cameras, so I know it's not the camera. Let's try this again. Okay, select camera. USB device. Retry. Why is it busy? It should not be busy. Okay. I wish there was a way to, is this working now? Yes. Hell if I know what's going on. I wish there, okay, Meld, listen up. I wish there's a way to swap cameras inside the layer, because I have to have that available. Because in OBS I can do it right on the thing. So I don't know what's going on. I do not know. I do not know. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, so we're going to take off most of this. Give it a good stir again. Wipe the brush off again. And we got a little bit on the table here, which is fine. Okay. Oh, this is gonna stick. No bueno. Okay. There we go. We're gonna put them as close together as possible. Now we're cooking with, now I gotta go back in and edit. Oh well, that's okay. We'll edit that out. All right, here we go. I'm gonna tap. I kind of like that because then I can just do a little bit on there. So I'm just barely dipping the bristles in, like these little bristles that stick out. I'm just dipping them in so I can just do little dots. That's pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna hit this with the hair dryer because there is some bigger blobs, so I want to dry those really quick. All right, so you can see, I like to, when I have mounds of paint, I like to hit it with a hairdryer from the top and let it go where it needs to go. That way this becomes omnidirectional. You can do, you know, whatever direction you want to do with it. If you have them drip down, then you're kind of committed to having it drip down. So that's why I do it that way. I'm gonna set that up there and that up there. Let's go on an adventure and get the other ones. Okay, so those are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where'd the other one go? Push the chair underneath there so I don't stub my toe again. Oh, there they are. These ones dry? Yeah, these ones are dry. The other ones aren't quite dry yet, so let's do these ones first because they're dry. Actually, let's see. I think I can. These are mostly dry. Yeah. So do these like this. All right. And then just tap them in the middle. All right. Oh, I love this. I love it. Okay. Let me dry this corner here. I don't know if you can, I mean, I can see it from here, so I'm assuming the camera can see it. The cool little dots of glinty stuff. So it goes super fine, and then you got bigger ones, and then on this one you got super fine little dots, and then you got these big splatters. I like this brush. Okay, so let's put these up here in our done pile. These are mostly dry. And they should be good because they don't sit real heavy on top of each other. I don't stack them super tall. All right, I need a drink of water though because I think I got paint in my mouth. Hang on. Okay, I feel better. My tongue was kind of sticky. Your tongue should not be sticky when working with paint. All right, this one is mostly dry. I have one more over there. So let's get one more. And then we'll have these ones done, and then we'll do the masterboards with a little bit of gold. And then, actually I gotta hit this one. This one isn't dry yet. Let me hit this one with the dryer. But what you can do after you splatter them, now if you like it like this, you can leave it. But if you want to put like a stamp or some other embellishment, another piece of collage or something over the top of it, you can. You know, You can put as many layers of stuff as you want. That's the wonderful thing about mixed media and junk journaling, and well, in art in general. I mean, if anyone tells you there's rules in art, have them come talk to me. Okay? Okay? Because I'm gonna ask them who made these rules? Because we can't even follow humanity rules, like be kind to one another and have compassion and help one another out. And you're gonna put rules on my art? Yeah, no thanks. Anyway, I'm gonna dry this because this is still a little pooly and wet, and I don't want the gold to get muted. So here we go. Okay, now let's hit this with the gold, the green gold, and then I put this iridescent bright gold in there. I can't tell you ratios, I just mixed until I liked it. I would say because the golden is highly pigmented, I probably put maybe this is probably a quarter cup of water, and I probably put 2 tablespoons of this, what is this, folk art treasure gold. Probably put a tablespoon or 2 of that, and then probably only probably 2 teaspoons of this, because this is higher pigmented than the other stuff. And I always give it a good stir, good dunk, wipe, splat. This goes so quickly. Okay, there's that, and I'm gonna hit these big blobs with cool air to blow them out. I think I need to put spring wrap on my monitor, saran wrap, plastic wrap on my monitor, because I got gold flecks all over it now. Does that mean it's worth more? Okay, so we got the masterboards. We've got 3 of those. We did 3 different methods, and this one feels dry enough to do. So let's do some gold splatters on this guy. And I'm just gonna load this guy up, and we're just gonna do bigger splatters. And then go into little splatters because we hit it harder. And that's all from one loaded paintbrush. And we're gonna dip these in there and change direction with the brush. And we'll get bunches of little gold splatters. Okay, and again, I'm gonna hit this with the hairdryer on cool to blow these bigger blotches out. Okay, so you can see it looks more organic, at least in my opinion. But like I said, no rules. Do what you want to do. But look at those little fine dots. I love that. Now I can't tell if it's on the paper or on my screen. Oh well. Okay, these are what we did with the stress ball. And they stayed. Look at that. Sorry, I get excited about silly things. But, you know, if you don't get excited about the silly things, then life gets awfully boring because a lot of times big things don't happen very often. So you gotta embrace the silly things. Okay, I'm just gonna do a dunk and then give it a little second to finish dripping. And we're gonna do circle of dots. And I'm just gonna dip the ends, give it a shake, another splatter. Yep, I like this brush, except for the fact that it's pointed right here. That kind of pokes me in the hand every once in a while. Okay. Again, hair dryer, muting microphone. Do you guys still have music? I should probably check and make sure my music didn't go wonky. Absolutely you do. Cool. Everything else is going wonky today, so why not the music too? It's okay. Embrace the chaos. Don't try and make order of it. Just embrace it, love it for what it is, and let it go. Okay. I love how that one just had the one straight line. Just one line. It's like, nope, I'm just gonna go here. Okay, you do you, boo. But again, we have those fine splatters. It's so exciting. Okay, this one is still wet because we put a lot of paint. That big sponge held a lot of paint. But you know what? We're gonna hit it with the hairdryer and splatter it anyway. All right. Okay, last one. Yes, because we only had 3 of the masterboards. We had 10 pages from the eco-dyed paper that we had. Or yeah, because it's coffee and paint, both combined in there. I might transfer this over to a plastic container just so. And this one I'm gonna do a little more heavy-handed, like more bigger splotches, just to see what happens when I hit it with the hairdryer again. And then I can come back and do fine mist if I want. Some right there. Oh, right there. There we go. Okay. Hairdryer again. Thank you for your patience. All right. So, don't you know? Let's bring these down here. I'm gonna move some of this stuff out of the way. And recognize the fact that I need to clean my studio. And this needs to go downstairs with me, so I'm gonna put it in my way so I can't forget it. I need to have like a little tray, like a little, you know, like those old, we used to use them for camping. But they're like little dish pans. So I'm gonna take all this down. Oh, it's stuck. Even the background got kind of cool. I mean, look at that, that's cool. All right, we're gonna fold this in on itself because it's wet, but I want it to dry. And we'll play with that later. Put that in the pile, and I just found my gold. Oh boy. Okay. We're gonna take this and put this in the bin so we can wash this too. And then this is gonna go over here. So we're gonna put some press and seal on it. Press and seal. It's been that kind of day. And I just realized I have not had lunch yet. So that's probably why my tongue is tied and my words are twisted. But this even turned out really cool. Look at this fabric. That'll make really cool fabric bundles, or what do they call it? Clusters. There we go. We'll work on that later. I will be going live to do that. So if you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe, and that way when I go live, you'll be notified, and when I post a video, you'll be notified, and you'll just know what kind of shenanigans I'm getting up to. And I'm gonna put this here because that way you can see all the cool things that we did today. I'll put this one this way. I kind of cheat. I kind of make my thumbnail from all this. I lay it all out, take a picture. Kind of like that edge better, because that way it differentiates. And that way. And that way, and that way, and that way. Kind of tighten these up a little bit. Let's do this one this way. There we go. That way. Cover up that. I don't know how I'm going to do the thumbnail, but because these are all really cool. I want to put them all in there. Let's do this right there. And that right there. Okay, let me kind of smush it down. There we go. Grab the phone. And then I'm gonna go eat some lunch and clean up my mess. Because, yeah. Camera. All right. Let's do one as far away as possible. Still balanced. There we go. I'm gonna do one kind of close up. One over here. Let's do this one too. Oh, that has the white background in it. I don't want a white background. There we go. We got through the live stream. I appreciate you joining me. Like I said, if you haven't subscribed already, get subscribed, yo. That way you get to see more of my shenanigans. And starting tomorrow will be 30 days of 30 journals, different journals. And I'm gonna do them on the live stream. I'm gonna have the basics set up. You know, like the base is already done, the cover's already done. Like, cause I do a similar process for a good chunk of my journals. And then, but the signatures are gonna be different, and the accoutrements, you know, I'm gonna add more stitching, do different closures, just so it makes it individual. It's like it's like humans. We're all made up of the same stuff, but we're all individual too. So, and then I'll still be doing the evening live streams. Oh my Lanta, I need to go eat some protein. I'll be doing the evening live streams as well. I don't know the schedule yet for that, but every day I will be going live with a different journal starting tomorrow. And then I'm going to be making other stuff to put in the journal in the evenings. And you're welcome to come co-work with me. I don't talk as much in those. So if you're annoyed by my voice, you'll know I just do the greeting and the greetings and salutations and the salute at the end. So, and Louisa Heinzel, I love you, darling. Thank you for inspiring me, but I blame you for this mess. Not really. It's my mess, but you know, it's so much fun. Go out and create something awesome, and remember, be kind to one another. Peace, love, and happiness.